Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I know I've been gone for a minute. I don't think I've done a video in like about a month. I've been going through a lot, bad and good things, so I know I look like shit right now. I just got off work. I really wanted to do my hair and show you guys how I get really smooth, sleek hair. I get asked a lot like, damn, your hair looks so healthy and this and that, and I'm like, bitch, where? I do color my hair and my ends are pretty dry, and I'm just gonna show you real quick what my hair looks like. This is my natural hair, you guys. Like, look at that. Parece pelos de estropajo. It's so dry at the end. I get asked a lot how I get my hair super smooth and straight and healthy looking. I'm gonna just show you guys the products that I use and how I do it. If you guys have less hair than me, it's gonna be like a piece of cake. I'm gonna hit the shower, I'm gonna wash my hair, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I am back. I got out of the shower. This is what my hair looks like when it's wet. Don't mind my face. Again, I'm not sure if I said it earlier, but I did get off work and I honestly don't feel like wearing makeup. As you can see, I am breaking out. I've been so fucking stressed and I just don't feel like putting on makeup. First and foremost, I wanted to share the hair products that I use in the shower. I am blessed to have a sister that has a cosmetology license. I got these products at a discounted price. If you have a friend, a sister, a brother, an uncle, an aunt, even your hairstylist that can get these products for you at a discounted price, do so, because these products are really good. If you don't have anybody with a license, they do sell these products at Ulta, but you would just have to pay a little extra. This is a shampoo. It's by the brand Chi, and it looks like this. This stuff smells so good, and it leaves your hair feeling really soft. This is what I use in the shower. This is the shampoo and conditioner. I use both of them, and the oil looks like this. Again, I am new to this like line. I wanted to get my hands on this other oil. Where's my phone? I wanted to get my hands on this oil. It's the macadamia nourishing moisture oil treatment. It looks like this, but at the store where I bought this stuff, they don't carry that line. I got all this stuff at a store called Cosmoprof, and they didn't have that oil, so I showed the lady a picture of that oil and see if she can recommend me anything similar to that. I wanted something lightweight, and she suggested this one. And again, I got all these 3 products for like about 18 bucks. The treatment balm, it's a moisture recovery treatment balm for thick, coarse, dry hair. It's by the brand Joico, and it looks like this. It's basically a hair mask. It's super thick, and it smells really good. So that's what I use in the shower. Let's go ahead and get started on what I use on my hair for the blow dry and straightening process. I got stuck there in a while that I haven't filmed, and it's a little awkward talking to yourself in a fucking room in front of a damn camera. So yeah, so the first thing that I do, I will put oil treatment by Aquage. It looks like this. Since I have a lot of hair, I do like 2 or 3 pumps on each side, and then I will brush my hair. Sorry if I'm looking at this, but I have a really small mirror over here and I'm not able to see my whole fucking hair, but I can see, I'm able to see. I don't do too much on top because I don't wash my hair every day and I don't want my scalp being too oily, so I mainly focus it like from here down. Now this brush is the wet brush. If you can get your hands on this, I bought mine at Ulta. It'll save your hair because it literally, mira, it doesn't pull, takes out the knots. My daughter loves this brush. Once my hair has been combed out, I like to go in with the spray by Kenra. It's the blow dry spray. It looks like this. This claims that it's supposed to make the blow dry process faster. And I honestly, I was quite skeptical about this because I have a lot of hair. I have a lot of hair, and it takes me, I don't know how long it takes me, but it takes me a minute to dry my hair. I'm actually gonna time myself. I'm gonna time myself, and I will let you guys know how long it took me to blow dry my hair. This stuff at Ulta is pretty pricey. I didn't pay as much this time because I did buy it from that one store. Oh, what happened? Okay. And I honestly just spray a little bit of this because it is kind of like oily, and I already put some oil, but when it sprays so finely, and I don't know, it just doesn't feel so thick and heavy and aceitudo. Like, it just sprays really nicely. So this is a blow dryer that I use. I bought this at Ulta, I think like 2 years ago or last year, I don't know, but it works fine. I'm probably going to edit some of this off or put it in fast forward because I think it's going to be so annoying to have you guys hearing that all the time.
So I'm finished. It took me about 22 minutes.
So now that my hair is dry, I sectioned my hair at the bottom. I just basically section my hair like right here, and then I go a little more up, and I kind of just feel the straightener that I use. It's this one. It's Brazilian Blowout. I think that's the brand. I've had this for a couple of years. It works really good. It locks in moisture, and it leaves your hair really silky and smooth and shiny. Not just my hair, because I have straightened other people's hair with the same straightener, and it seems to work the same to everybody. Kind of dirty. I should have cleaned it, but whatever. I'm not gonna put anything in my hair until we are completely done, but basically the technique that I use to get really straight hair is I brush my hair, and this is about, I don't know, I want to say an inch of hair. I don't know how much, but I just get a pedacito de greña, and I go 1, 2, and slowly go down. And then I have the comb here. I will go through with the straightener and kind of like brush it at the same time, if that makes sense. And it just leaves your hair super, like super straight. One, two. And basically that's what I'm going to do on the entire head. Section that off. Ow. And again, this is kind of time consuming for me because I do have a lot of hair, but if you guys have less hair than me, then this would be super quick. Now I like to section my hair off right here, and then the rest I just put it on the side. I have to get my roots touched up. I haven't had any money, and I haven't had any time. I guess this is what I'll be looking like for Christmas. I'm actually taking chunky pieces because I know my hair can, my hair is actually pretty strong. I have the heat to the highest, which is 450, which don't do that. I mean, I'm not a professional, and even I know that. Even I know that you're not supposed to heat or straighten your hair, use heat. I think it's up to like 325. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a professional, but I know that you're not supposed to use like full heat. on your hair. Maybe that's why my hair is so fucked up. But anywho, my hair is pretty thick. Y aguanta mucho. My hair is pretty strong, so I know I can use heat really, really high up. Plus, most of the products that I used have like heat protectant in it. So this is the trick to getting smooth hair. I think it's just the brush, not the brush itself, but just the fact that you are kind of spreading the hairs by doing this. You're spreading the hairs, so when you're passing the straightener, it's like a smooth, even pass, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know if I said that correctly, but I'm pretty sure by you seeing it, you understand what the fuck I'm trying to say. So I was just going to cut through all my hair, but I was like, hey, what the heck? I haven't really been filming, so why not just sit here and talk to you guys and get a little more comfortable with the camera. So the reason why, or kind of a reason why I've been MIA here on YouTube is because I was feeling kind of sad and just not motivated. It kind of sucks when you don't get like the support that you would like to have, and it just makes it a little bit hard and difficult to get motivated and want to make videos. I don't want to make videos and feel like I have to do videos because I said I was gonna do videos, you know. I don't think that's genuine. Like, I don't want to come on here faking shit and acting like, oh my god, hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and like deep inside you feel like crap. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't make videos for a while. I just didn't I didn't really feel inspired. I was kind of sad, kind of bummed. Like, I didn't feel like doing it. And there was a lot of things going on in my personal life, in my life in general, my kids. I think in one of my videos, in one of the vlogs, I mentioned that I was moving my kids to a different school, a school closer to my house, just because it was more convenient, honestly, for me. Driving to their old school, I would have to get up in the morning, and literally I would have to leave at like 7 or 7:10 to get there a little before 8 o'clock. I even had an accident going to the school. I had some guy hit me, and it was just a pain in the freaking butt getting them to school on time, and other reasons too. I want to say October. That's when I realized that they hated that school, because they would constantly tell me things like, oh my god, at lunchtime this happened and I got yelled at, and I didn't even do anything. And I'm not saying because they're my kids, but my kids are really, 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 really good kids, and they were getting yelled at. And I'm like, these are just staff. Like, why the hell are you yelling at my kids over some stupid thing? Because I didn't throw away the trash where it should be. The plate, you have to throw it in one trash bin. And the milk, you have to dump it somewhere else. And the cardboard, you have to throw it in a different trash bin. And it was just like things like that. And my kids would tell me, oh yeah, well, I got yelled at because of some other random kids. And I'm like, why the hell are you getting screamed at during lunchtime in regards to the school lunch when you don't even... Okay, so for some reason my camera kept getting hot on me and just kept turning off, so I just switched it to my phone. But anyways, one of my kids started getting picked on during school or recess time. I just randomly went to my kids school, and I talked to the teacher, and I told her, hey, you know, my son has been telling me not just once but twice, or I think it was more than 2 times, definitely, that he's getting picked on, and you know, can you please do something about it? She said that she would look into it and blah blah blah. So then I told my son, like, hey, or whoever's picking on you keeps picking on you, let me know. So he kept telling me, oh mom, they were bullying me today. And I was like, well, what were they saying? What were they doing? They're like, well, they don't let me play, and you know, they're saying this to me and blah blah blah. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's messed up. Parent teacher conference day comes by, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna, you know, I'm glad that it's parent teacher conference day. I'm gonna go talk to the teacher and let her know that it keeps going on. By this time, I already know the boy that's picking on my kid. And first off, that boy, my son is in 3rd grade. That boy is in 3rd grade, but he does not look like a 3rd grader. He looks like my son's age, and my son is 10. That boy is big. Like, he's tall and he's big. And I was like, when I saw that boy, I was like, oh hell no, that boy is not gonna pick on my son. So I go to parent teacher conference, right? And you know, after the teacher told me that my son was doing good in his grades and blah blah blah, I told him, hey, you know what, my son is still getting picked on. And she's like, oh well, what boy is it? I was like, are you serious? You're gonna freaking ask me if I know who it was. Yes, I know who it was, but I had already told you the first time that my son was getting picked on. You said that you were gonna look into it, so that means you haven't looked into it, because you don't know the fucking boy that's picking on my child. I was really, really upset. Like, I wasn't angry. I was upset, disappointed, because I believed her that, you know, she was gonna look into it like she fucking said. I was praying, like, oh, I wanna see that boy's mama. Like, I wanna see what she looks like or who she is. I was upset. I was upset, and you know, as a mom, like, you don't want your child getting picked on. You don't want your child getting bullied, and honestly, there really isn't much you can do. I tried to see that boy's mom or dad, and every time I would go to their school, or if there was an event, or just I would like look around to see who the parents of that boy was, and I never saw them at all. So by this point, I told the teacher, like, listen, I already told my son, and I'm telling you, because later on I don't want my son getting in trouble. I'm telling you now, and I told her, I already told my son that if he gets picked on, or if someone says something to him, you need to say this, and you need to speak up, and you need to put your foot down. I told him, no te dejes. Like, you basically told him, you need to talk shit back. And the teacher was like, oh, well, we don't want it to come to those terms, and we always try to do things in peace. Or she tried to basically tell me that there was that wasn't necessary for me to do, is to tell my son to do this or that, you know. And I was like, okay, I agree with you, but then please look into it. Okay. And she said again, like, okay, I'll look into it. And one thing that I learned from my kids being in that school, and which was new to me, because in the previous school where they attended, they didn't have it like that, but in this school they did. So they have recess and they have lunchtime, and then I think they have like a few minutes after lunch. During recess, I was told that all the kids, including all the kids except for kindergartners, I think they play in a separate place, but first graders through 6th graders, because that elementary school goes up to 6th grade, that they all play in the same field, in the same playground. So I was like, okay, so that was a red flag to me. The previous schools, they are separated, which I think that is just great because it prevents from kids being bullied. And when my kids were attending that school, that never happened to any of my kids. What I told the teacher was, you know, that I had already told my son that he was gonna start saying shit, that he was gonna start like defending himself. So then days go by and I still hear the same thing as, you know, Mom, I got picked out of school. And now it was to the point where when I picked him up and there's a teacher walking your kids to your car in the loading zone, he was actually speaking loud enough, like, Mom, I got bullied today. He was saying it loudly enough so that the teacher could hear. And she didn't say anything to me. She didn't say anything to my son. She didn't say anything. She's like, okay, kids, here you go. Bye-bye. And I was like, what the hell? And I was like, maybe she didn't hear. And I literally let it happen for like 3-4 days. And my son it was now every day that he kept telling me, and he kept telling me in front of the teacher so that the teacher could hear, so she could get involved. Now I was just mad. I was just mad. Like, wow. I was mad. So I called my kids' school, the one where they had left, and I'm like, hey, my kids used to go to that school and I want my kids back. Like, is there any room? Like, can you guys take my kids back? And they were so happy to hear that my kids were coming back. The school knew my kids. To make the story short, my kids are back to their previous school, and they're just so happy. Like, as a mom, you want your kids to want to go to school. You want your kids, is my phone recording? Oh yeah. You want your kids to want to go to school, and you want your kids to feel safe and be happy, you know. And right now they're happy. Oh, and this is so funny, I can't believe this happened, but the day that I went to their school to let them know that I was dropping my kids from that school, rapido, like, they were quick to be like, so why are you dropping your kid out of school, and what happened, and this and that. And I was like, oh, because my kids aren't happy. Well, why aren't they happy? I'm like, well, one of my kids gets bullied, and the other one, he gets yelled at a lot for things that he's not even doing. And now my daughter's getting bullied too, because they know that she's my son's little sister. And she had me walk into her office, and I explained to her what happened. And now she's like, oh, well, we're going to do something about it. I'm going to interview your kids, and I'm going to interview that boy. And it was like they were ready to do something about it. And I was like, really? That is so sad, because it took you this long to finally do something about it. And I said, you know what? I'm sorry, but I already made up my mind, and my kids aren't coming back to the school. They already moved. I already signed up the packets, and I'm just here to get for some paperwork, like the dental and other things. I just had to pick up some papers that which they weren't able to give me. They're like, oh, well, if the school is asking for it, they have to ask us, and then we can fax it. I was like, okay, sure. But after that, I was like, no, I changed my mind. Like, I already made up my mind that I won't be bringing my kids to the school no more. And they were kind of upset, I guess, because she, you know, there was a lady working in the office. She's like, oh, so your kids are they still staying? And they're like, no. The other lady that had told me about the interview spoke up for me. She's like, no, she's not. She's dropping her kids, and they're not going to be coming back. And if you can tell us when the last day of their class would be, that would be a lot of help. And I was like, damn, like, not people friendly. But that's what happened. And my kids are freaking happy that they're back to their old school. So, oh my god, look hella crazy. And for them to have their like grades go down, that was like, I needed to do something about it. And later on, my son had told me, oh my God, Mom, like 3 of my friends, they don't go to that school anymore. And I was like, damn, I wonder why. Yeah, I honestly never in my million years thought that my kids will get bullied. I always said like, damn, if my kids ever get bullied, like I'll fucking beat the mom up. I'll fucking talk shit. But honestly, it was kind of like a little bit of a shocker because I didn't imagine my kids getting bullied. Ese perro como ladra, man, fuck. And plus, I did go to the school a couple of times to see if I saw the boy's mom, but I never saw her. Like, that boy always stayed like after school. So, like, I don't know. I never saw who his parents were. But yeah, it sucks and it was sad that that happened to my kid. And I know I got bullied when I was little too. Fuck with me, bitch. You'll be sorry. I wish I had like the mentality I have now, like back then, because I'm pretty sure that if I did, I would have made those girls stop bullying people. And then we've been working on my house, which that took up a lot. Actually, it's been taking up a long time. And then work. And then, like I said, I wasn't motivated. And it's just, ow, it's kind of hard when you're not motivated. I think that's what screws you up. When you're not motivated, it's like you don't want to do it. Y luego, and then with the time change, like the only time I would do videos was when night was out, and now with the time change, I don't have enough daylight to make a video. Like right now it's already getting late. I don't even know if the light quality will be any good. I think I'm done straightening my hair, and I just brush down. Like, well, whatever. That's how I like my hair to be straightened. But anywho, the last step after straightening, I like to put a little bit of oil, and I am going to use this Olive Organics oil by Chi. I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but this brand, or not the brand, but the hair product, is also good for your skin. The shampoo and conditioner also says it's good for skin, and this also says it's good for skin. So I'm just gonna put like a tiny bit, like about that much. It might be a lot for you guys, but I have a lot of hair, so. And I just focus it on the ends. And then whatever is like left off, lo pongo aquí. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. This is how I do my hair and how I straighten it, or how I blow dry it and I straighten it and get it to look really smooth and shiny. I mean, my phone doesn't do justice, and plus the lighting is it sucks because it's already probably like 4 or 3, I don't know what time it is. I'm using my phone, but it is pretty smooth and soft the ends don't look all fucked up and ya no parecen pelos de mapeador. I hope that any of these tips helped you. If this video did any help, then give it a thumbs up, and I'm going to try my best to put more content. I have already a couple of ideas on what I want to film next. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.